Welcome back from the bench, everybody. As always, it's Eric, and today we're back. If you saw yesterday, we got opened some SPA, our fourth box, and here we go, going with the product that's treated us better, for sure, out of the two. This is Series 2 from this year, 2021-2022. Looking for all the big hits. We're looking for Seider. We're looking for Raymond. Looking for McTavish, Quentin Byfield, all kinds of people. Plus Cole Caulfield's Young Gun Canvas. Not his regular Young Gun, but it's Canvas. Who else are we looking for? But there's a ton in this. This is one of the better classes for sure. The last little while. So here we go. Way more packs than we are used to the last little bit with SPA. But we got 24 packs to open. These ones, look, I have to use my knife. That's how good they open. Thank you to Italy for the printer and probably the wrapping. And away we go. Anthony Mantha, Kucherov, Kubel, Stanley Cup champion, also Stanley Cup damager. And there we go, Mason McTavish starting off right there. Mark Stahl, David Terravine, Michael McLeod, and a Wayne Simmons. So there's our first hit. Keep it going here. Yeah, we'll kind of recap the draft a little bit. I don't know what's going on. I've had conflicting reports. Not gonna lie to you guys, I haven't followed junior hockey and like the draft process as much as I have in like years past, for sure. Robbie Fabry and Seth Jones, Velarde, Balsers, Stone, and Fiala. Part of that was just the Avalanche were still in the playoffs right till the very end, so that was part of it. And then yeah, it's just like a little bit of everything. So Colorado also didn't have like a pick in the first round. Moncton, my favorite local team, they didn't really have like a high-end prospect or anything like that. So wasn't a whole lot going for me to keep track of all the stuff this year. Matthew Barzell and Jordan Eberle. So there we go. Nice canvas, taking the knee there. Looks like probably in warm-ups. Suzuki, who got a new line mate. We'll talk about that in a second. And yeah, there we go. Yeah, so first overall, a lot of people kind of just said, like, don't overcomplicate it. Like, Shane Wright is the guy. Just take him. And that's not what happened. The Montreal Canadiens took Yuri, right? Yeah, Yuri Slavkovsky. Slavkovsky? Yeah, there we go. Kind of hit that name right, probably. Not really. They take him first overall instead. We got Boris, our marquee rookie here. Nitro, Granlund. This you. So I'm like, what is going on? Can you believe that? You know, they took the winger instead of the center. I understand they got Nick Suzuki there, but you think you just like want like a good like 1-2 punch up the middle. I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever complained about having too many good centers on a team. Jamie Alexiak, Gavrikov, checklist, and there we go, another UD canvas. This one's Connor McDavid. But nope, they go with this. They just see like that there's more potential in him. He's a big body, 6'4". I don't know, like the way they were talking about the size, they almost made like, I'm like, did I not realize Shane Wright was like 5'9" or something? Like, did I miss that this entire time? Like, I also joked. I'm not gonna make the joke. There's jokes on my Twitter and stuff if you guys want to see. I have other reasons why I thought like, did I miss something about Shane Wright not going first overall? But no, Shane Wright is all of 6 foot. So it's like, I don't understand what the, I guess, big body, but once again, kind of confuses me. PK Subban and our first young gun. This one's going to be for Colorado. This is Sampo Ranta. There you go, Sampo Ranta. There's our first young gun. Very fitting for me. Yamamoto, Marner, and then Nikushkin behind him. So I'm going to move that out of the way. So anyways, but I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on that. If you're any Montreal fans, I know there's a couple Montreal fans that watch these videos. So let me know what your thoughts are on all of that. Just put Sampo up there. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Then the Devils, so they got Nico Hischier, they got Jack Hughes, they got a lot of resources put into their offense. So it kind of made sense that they didn't go with him either. They take Nemec, so another Slovakian player. Once again, kind of being it is what it is. Lundell. We've got two of the same Seth Jones card. Upper deck, I don't know. And then, so it's like, okay, well, the Coyotes. This is a good way for the Coyotes. Coyotes are going to get a big, this is going to be the guy to like rebuild their franchise around, right? They're going to build around Shane Wright. They're going to say, hey, look at us. We're going to get a new arena. We're going to do all this stuff. And they take Logan Cooley, which I don't mind Logan Cooley from what I've seen. It looks like he's a pretty good player. It's a red parallel for the marquee rookie. This is, seen double here, Mason McTavish with the marquee rookie in the red. And then our next young gun is for San Jose. Not the one we were looking for. This is Jasper Weatherby with Ev behind it. So we'll get a sleeve for both Jasper. And we'll get one for Mason McTavish there with that red parallel for the marquee rookie. There you go, Jasper Weatherby. And the Anaheim Ducks with Mason McTavish. So all that, end up happening. Shane Wright's just sitting there. Once again, we're all wondering like what is going on with Shane Wright right now. The guy does not look happy. And then finally, Seattle at number 4 overall. They decide, look, him, Beniers, they'll be our two guys we build up through the center with over the next decade. Pretty good. There is a fly around here, and it's driving me nuts right now. But that's who they decide. They're like, look, we're just not going to overcomplicate this. Beniers and Shane Wright, not going to complain about that in one way or another. Christian Fisher, and for Nashville, Frederick Allard. I don't want to. Young guns always get a sleeve. May not top load them right away, but the good ones we do. Frederick Allard, he'll just get a sleeve for now. So that was a big. I thought that was good for Seattle. That's like best case scenario. Shane Wright plays a good 200-foot game. The guy put up 90-some points this season for Kingston. Good player for sure. I don't know if they're expecting him to hit more points, I guess. It's a weird year. It's also coming off of last year not playing together. And I think that really hurt him in this whole process. Him not playing last year because of everything. And then no World Juniors this year. I think that would have helped like highlight his game. Even though this fly just flew in my face. I think like no World Juniors, he couldn't really show off for that. The only time he really showed off was the under 18s. And there we go. We got a Joe Veleno, exceptional status also. I guess that's the two sides of the exceptional status. 4th overall, should have been 1st overall in a lot of people's eyes. And then Joe Veleno, who was exceptional status, that, never really lived up to that. And is now in the Detroit system. But, a lot of people are like, this is a good way for Shane Wright to kind of get it. The best part about all this was he walked up. Montreal's whole setup is like front row center. And he's walking across, doing the handshake, and then he just gives this like death stare to Montreal. I loved it. Thought it was the greatest thing of all time. Corpusalo, Joel Armia, got another blue. There we go. Former Moncton Wildcat, Keith Yandel, in the blue. Gotta sleeve that up. You know why. But yeah, so I just thought that was awesome that he was just like, oh yeah, you're gonna regret this from now until forever for not drafting me. Montreal. Loved it. Thought it was great. What else we got after that? Cutter Gauthier. Awesome name. I do not want a kid named Cutter. This looks like it's going to be Robin Leonard. So there we go in the honor roll. Kyle Connor, Nick Paul, Robert Thomas, and Victor Olofsson. David Uric, whoever that is. And then who knows what Chicago's doing. They're trying to put their own stamp on this thing. They paid a ton for Seth Jones last year. And then they decide, like, okay, we're just going to trade DeBrincat and we're going to trade Kirby Doc to get up into the first round twice, along with some other stuff. Philip Hedel, TJ Oshie, Jake Muzzin, and a French variant of Brandon Tanev. Crazy picture day himself. So yeah, that was crazy. There's a lot of weird stuff. Toronto obviously has 0 goalies right now. Maybe they do by the time I release this video. But as of right now, they have 0 goalies, like, pretty much on the roster that can play in the NHL next year. Brady McNabb, Ryan Hartman. And for the Ducks, there he is for the 3rd time in this opening, Mason McTavish. I think this kid is going to be really good. And I think his cards at 20 some bucks, for a lot of them, I think that is super cheap. And that's going to get us into the next part of this conversation. I guess that works out pretty well. I kind of mentioned we were going to talk about last time. And I talk about this all the time. I'm probably just going to do a separate video for this eventually. But you look at guys behind in the backdrop for the day. We have Artemi Panarin, we have a Ryan Getzlaf, and we have a Drew Doughty. Ryan Getzlaf and Drew Doughty are Hall of Famers. I don't really think that's a question. Maybe it is for some people. Panarin's like on his way. He just came in the league really late. I think that's the only thing that might like hold him back a little bit. But all those guys are so cheap when you look at other options, right? It's like legends. Drew Doughty is a legend in the sport, just from stories about him, essentially. Ryan Getzlaf, same thing. We had Jack Roslovic, a hometown boy in St. Louis or in Columbus. Connor Murphy, Igor, and Tyler Bertuzzi. And right now I can get a Mason McTavish. I think it's more for Mason McTavish than it would for me to go buy that Ryan Getzlaf young gun. Once again, I have a lot of faith in Mason McTavish being a very good player. But why is he less? Why is he more than Ryan Getzlaf, who has 1,000 points and 1,000 games? Tanner Jeannot, I feel like I've opened this exact same box already because I've already got a Tanner Jeannot. If anybody knows if I opened this exact same box, essentially, in one of the early episodes, let me know. But I feel like I pulled like the Tanner Jeannot with the Mason McTavish already. But anyways, that's my big thing. Why? Why does it happen? But as that I've kind of talked about it in the last video, Spezzer, Philip Tomasino is another rookie for the honor roll. Like I said, talked about this before. I talked about it last time. Like, should the Ryan Getzlafs, should they be more expensive? Should the Drew Doughty be more expensive? Like, I think you can't have everything be $5 or $10. Like, at some point, some of these guys have to go up in value. I just think so. I don't know. Like, what's so bad about having Ryan Getzlaf be $100? I just don't see a problem with that. Maybe I'm all on my own here, but like some of the veteran guys that have put up the 1,000 points and put up all this stuff. Mark Giordano, Seattle Kraken legend, lasted a whole 5 months there. Yeah, like let's just give some of these legends their due on like their accomplishments. I think that should factor into value. I've said it for a long time too. Panarin for me, that's a lot like there we go, Dawson Mercer, Newfie boy himself. There's another Devils prospect. I guess that's another. There's one of the guys I was missing for offensive guys. They're trying to figure out if he's a center or a winger. What do they have him on here as a center? So yeah, that's maybe why you don't take draft chain, right? You get all this. These assets into centers on your team. But Panarin, I say all the time, he's just bought like Kaprizov, which why is Kaprizov that much more? I understand some people say Kaprizov, brings the game. Panarin has all these other good guys playing with them. Not a lie. But there we go. Getzy, Ryan O'Reilly, Paul Stastny. And for the Buffalo Sabres, Brett Murray. I'm not going to bother putting Brett in a sleeve right now. So, yeah, no, lots of other good guys. Not a whole lot to talk about for the Avalanche. They picked in the 6th and 7th round. Last pick was a goalie. Sure, that's fine. Take a shot at it. Oh, we got a canvas, Young Guns. It looks like it's going to be a goalie. No, program of excellence. This Flower. The program of excellence. Marc-Andre Fleury. Oh, those yellow pads, they got me back in the day. Not going to lie to any one of you guys. There we go. Flower with the program of excellence. Once again, this box was on sale, so I'm going to link it for you guys. My local shop. I think they ship all across Canada, maybe to the US. I'm not sure. But they have a pretty good deal on these high boxes right now. It's like $130, I think, for the month of June. It's again, pretty good deal. Yeah, those yellow pads, I'm telling you right now, people, there's nothing more I wanted than the yellow pads. The co-hose too, Patrick Walrock co-hose. Just like the big flashy pads. So good. So good. Obviously the heartbreaking moment of my childhood was him bouncing the puck off his defenseman. Still gets me to this day. Matthew Joseph, Kyle Poso, and we got a clear cut. Can we just get a good one for one of these times? Zach Anton Reese. So there we go. A veteran clear cut of Anton Reese. Why can't I just get a good clear cut clear cut veteran or good clear cut young gun just once? He does not beat him, Mace McTavish. Mace McTavish stays up. I think we still got one young gun left to go though. So that program of excellence might have pulled this box around. Even though I like Mace McTavish, I mentioned before, I think he's like $25 right now. So it's not going to be the bank breaker here. Kevin Rooney. Kekkonen, and for the Coyotes, Dyson Mayo in the Young Guns. So there we go. Dyson Mayo. We'll put him down to one last pack. Let me know what you guys want to see for videos. Like I said, this is just a fun one. I don't really know what else there's to talk about. For Moncton Wildcat, Ivan Barbashev, his brother got drafted. That was pretty cool. There wasn't a whole lot for Q players. Maverick Lamaro, he got drafted by the Coyotes. His parents, then, you all seen the video. That was just awkward. Not needed. Let's all be honest here. Not needed in the slightest here. So we got Drake Batherson, we got Mike Riley, we got Travis Hamonic, and we got a Mike Hardman in the marquee rookies. The Frank Vetrano, a Max Pacioretty, and finish it off with a Barrett Hayton at the very back. So not a terrible box. Like I said, the program of excellence, that's a pretty cool card for me. I played goalie growing up, so it's all for Marc-Andre Fleury. Love me some Flower. He just got re-signed. We got Vita Vanacek getting traded. We got who else got traded? Ville Husso got traded. Everyone, goalie's going everywhere except for the Canadian teams. So Edmonton, still no goalie. Toronto, still no goalie. Obviously, maybe, if Fleury steals the net over there in Minnesota, maybe that means Cam Talbot's on his way somewheres. I can't see Cam Talbot making a return to Edmonton. I just don't see that being a thing. Maybe to Toronto. It's Cam Talbot. I guess beggars can't be choosers at this point, but is Cam Talbot really who you want to hitch your wagon to win you a series and stuff? Who knows? But anyways, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Like I said, I'm going to have the link in the description below for the local hobby shop. They got a couple different deals going on right now. If you guys want to go check them out in person or online, you can order stuff from them online too and get them to ship it to you. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of Series 2, SP8, the draft. Let me know who your team took. If you guys are excited about the guys your team drafted. If you're not excited about the people you guys drafted. If you're a Chicago fan, let me know how. I'm sure this is a very emotional time. You got like Kaner and like Taves there, and that's it. And they're both making big money. But like, does Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves want to play by themselves with essentially nobody else with them? I don't know. But what do you and like, what does somebody give up for Patrick Kane right now? It's a whole different story. Maybe I'll do an actual video, not with cards, like I said, talking about some of this stuff. But hopefully everyone enjoys this. Make sure you like and subscribe. And for Eric from the bench, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.